Classic Rock 102.9 MGK. As we probe our world to find you more interesting guests, every once in a while we have to step outside our world and go to other dimensions. All right. Joining us this morning is a man who goes by the name of UFO Phil. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning. I just heard a strange noise, like a weird tone, while you were introducing me. I don't know if that came over the phone line or if I was getting a transmission from the aliens. Was that something you did?
Are you talking about Jen's?
Okay, it sounds remarkably similar to sounds that I get on my wires right before I get a transmission. So.
On your wires before you get a transmission. Now, what do you have? Like a telegraph to Mars? What are you talking about? On your wires?
Can you keep a secret?
Of course.
Of course. I mean, this is just between the four of us.
I have a modified shortwave transceiver, which is capable of both receiving and communicating to aliens.
Aliens in general.
Yes, both good and bad aliens.
Uh-huh. Oh, I didn't realize that.
How do you tell the difference?
Can you keep a secret?
Yes.
Yes.
The good aliens are blue, and the bad aliens are red.
Do you live in a room that is filled with helium?
I have some different helium tanks. I have propane tanks and stuff. Why, did you need to borrow some?
No. It's you have a strange voice.
I didn't realize.
It's almost alien itself.
Yeah, it's almost alien itself. It is. Have you been influenced by the aliens over the years?
Can you keep a secret?
Yes.
I was actually first abducted in 1972.
Okay.
I was a very small child at the time.
Mm-hmm.
The details are sort of sketchy, but I did keep a pretty decent journal even for a 2-year-old. And what I can tell you is that when they abducted me, they did plant a chip into my brain.
Yes.
And that gives me a sort of a heightened sense of musicality.
Would that be the same as a heightened music ability?
Very similar.
Okay. All right.
So when was the last time you were abducted?
Just a few minutes ago.
What?
Right. You mean, oh God! Thank God. We would have missed him.
Before we talk to you?
Yeah, they just brought me back just now.
Really?
But don't they try to keep it a secret that you've been abducted? Don't they sort of wipe your memory?
He told you to keep it a secret.
Oh, whoops.
That's why I'm giving you certain information that you can reveal and certain information that you have to keep a secret. When I ask you to keep a secret, that's the stuff you have to cross out.
Okay,
like
all
a
right.
black line on a classified document where they get the big Sharpie and they cross it out.
Exactly. Now let's talk about your heightened musical ability and, of course, the bad aliens. I have a song here which is about shooting Martians. Do you know what this song is? Can you give us a setup, as we say in the music biz?
You're talking about Martian hunting season?
Martian hunting season. That is correct.
It's sort of like an instructional guide that I have created in song format, which tells you how to dispose of bad aliens should they begin to try and influence you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, UFO Phil and Martian hunting season.
They're coming from the skies, those flying saucer guys, abducting everyone. That doesn't sound like fun, and I'm aware that they've been planning my extinction, but I'm not scared. Listen and you'll hear the reason. I bought a gun, so Martian hunting season has begun.
You get the idea, folks. Now, I didn't realize that it would be that easy to kill Martians with just a simple firearm.
Oh, absolutely. You'll be surprised. They have a lot of different weaknesses, both physically and emotionally.
Then obviously musically. Okay, you get abducted, they implant this chip, and how do you now go through life? How do you make a living?
Oh, well, I sold off a lot of UFO debris many years ago. This, you would call it scrap metal.
Okay.
I knew the origin based on the different religious numbers symbols that they put on there.
Right.
And I sold that off and ended up with several $1 million, and that's how I'm able to just continue
So you
doing what
managed to
I like
make
doing.
millions in the scrap metal business from bozos who believed that they were parts of spacecraft.
From the Roswell crash site.
Yeah, I bought one of those pieces on eBay, and it said Impala on it.
Well, you didn't get it from me. Next time you should check the feedback rating of who you're buying from. I have
That's
excellent
good
feedback.
advice.
I'm
That's
a
good
power
advice.
seller.
Yeah, that is a very good point. All right.
You mentioned hurting aliens physically or emotionally. How do you hurt an alien's feelings?
Can you keep a secret?
Yes.
Basically, when they abduct you. Now, if they put you to sleep, which they often do, it's very difficult to use any of these strategies
Right.
where you're asleep.
You're asleep, of course.
But when you wake up, they will often have a buffet laid out for you. Because they know that you're weak and they've cut you open and they've taken a lot of the food out of your stomach, they need to replenish it.
Very considerate.
Yeah.
Now, if it's the good aliens, you should be very gracious and thank them. But if it's the bad aliens, you look at the food and you said, this is not very good.
Mm-hmm.
And they will get very upset. They take their cuisine very seriously.
So what you're telling me is that I could make a killing. I could, if I wanted to, if I came out with you, right? And you get abducted how often?
Like several times a week.
Several times a week. If I came out, visited you, would they take me with you and I could become the Martha Stewart of outer space? Because I'm one hell of a cook.
I'd have to talk to Zaxxon. He's the leader of the good aliens.
Zaxxon.
Yeah, and I can get you scheduled in there.
Sounds like he's a metal polish, to tell you the truth.
Video game.
He's the leader of the good aliens.
I see. All right. And who is the leader of the bad aliens?
Can you keep a secret?
Yes.
Rognus 2 and Rognus 4.
Right.
I'm getting a transmission, I think.
Yeah, so am I. I think it's my program director telling me to hang up. All right. His name is UFO Phil, and you could get to him at UFOphil.com. What was your name before you were UFO Phil?
Can you keep a secret?
Yes.
Flying Saucer Phil.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Classic Rock 102.9 MGK.